7:28 p.m. I think we played really well, with the ball especially, created chances. I was pleased with that, deservedly a couple of goals to the good at halftime. They changed their system. It took us a while to get a grip of that, but once we did, we handled it pretty well. I thought Sterling played well. The front four, some of the movement, interplay, quick combinations looked a threat. Probably slightly better decision-making in the final third. I think we would have scored more. 7:11 p.m. and that's it. England take a nice little win and will have learned quite a bit from that. You can't switch off even for a second. If teams match that shape, they aren't able to stretch them like they want to. And they actually look okay. You'd expect that team to win at least one of their World Cup group games. 7:07 p.m. Delph has been impressive since coming on as a substitute. He looks hyper-aware of his surroundings, always on his toes, one touch to control and another to move it. 7:06 p.m. Loftus-Cheek tries to nutmeg a midfielder and very nearly puts his teammates in trouble. Nigeria bring the ball forward, moving it around nicely. Iwobi makes a decent central midfielder, by the way. Gary Cahill has been given man of the match, which is fair. I'd say Dele Alli, Raheem Sterling and Jesse Lingard were in with a shout too. 7:03 p.m. Delph chips a lovely ball into the box, Rashford tracks it and heads back across goal. It just doesn't drop underneath the bar in time. Loftus-Cheek spots Rashford's forward run and tries to play him in with a chip pass over the top, but puts too much on it. 7:01 p.m. 932 Fabian Delph is making his first appearance for England since November 2015 against Spain, when England were managed by Roy Hodgson. That last cap was 932 days ago. Pepped. Pic.twitter.com/ask5mcv5, Optajo, @Optajo, June 2, 2018 Loftus-Cheek is a good player. He's great at controlling the tempo, slowing it down and then spotting a forward pass that sends the team into attack mode instantly. He just needs experience and to realize when and where he can use pace and his body to go past people. Sometimes he tries to dribble when the defender's already read his movement. Otherwise, he's really good. 6:59 p.m. Walker goes on a run up the pitch. Trippier spots it and drops back into his position. Walker is fouled but nothing comes of the free kick, other than a Nigeria attack. England looking to shut this game down. 6:57 p.m. Rashford is tackled, Ali wins the ball back and it sits up nicely for a shot 20 yards out. You know he's going to shoot. And does. Dragged wide of the near post. Delph comes on for Ali, who gets a nice round-up boot from the Nigeria fans. His dad was Nigerian and since Ali wears Delen decided to play for England. That's why they don't like him. I think. Seems harsh. 6:55 p.m. Brilliant pass from Walker. It seems like he's going to keep things short and pass back with the goalkeeper, but instead he looks up and pings a pass that goes all the way to the corner flag, curling inside the pitch so it doesn't cross the line. Loftus-Cheek chases and gets on the end of it but is easily pushed off the ball. 6:53 p.m. Nigeria makes some substitutions but it's all happened too fast that I'm not sure who it is. I think Ayalo has been given a chance to rest though, which is nice since he's done a lot of running. Iheanacho is on in his place. Okong slides into Denial Welbeck a chance to shoot after he's played in by a great long pass from Deer. 6:51 p.m. That's another nasty clash of heads for Nigeria. Omaro has accidentally headbutted the skull of his teammate and that looks extremely painful. Both seem to be okay after a little bit of attention from the physio. I bet that still hurts though. 6:49 p.m. More subs for England. Sterling off, Rashford on. Welbeck on, Kane off. 6:47 p.m. England are committed to playing out from the back and for the most part have done so really well. But then once it gets near the halfway line, a little miscontrol and they look in all sorts of trouble. Sterling plays in Trippier on the right, he taps the ball past the slide tackle that comes in and Loftus-Cheek takes it on. He looks to batter the ball along the ground. It's a disguise. He lifts it into the air and towards the back post, a brilliant pass, but his teammates don't read it either. Chance gone. It was a little bit too high for Kane. 6:45 p.m. Musa nips back Walker, that's not easy, and gets low cross into the box. England seem shaky but get it away and then a long shot from Mikel is saved by Pickford low to the ground. 6:42 p.m. Roar has done exactly what I said. Has now mirrored the England formation by going with 3 centre-backs. Ogu playing as a third CB, with Abahi and Adohu playing wing-back. England can't stretch okay anymore. England aren't finding the same space to move into. Young has been caught out a couple of times at left-back and I'd imagine Southgate will change it soon. And lo behold, here he goes. Danny Rose and Ruben Loftus-Cheek come on for Lingard and Young. 6:40 p.m. Nigeria give Moses a rest and stick Ahmed Musa on. Moses had been playing as a striker until that point. Nigeria win a free kick 35 yards out, slightly left of the box. Idibo takes it, but England defend well and head away. 6:38 p.m. I like the way England players are carrying the ball forward with it at their feet. Lingard, Ali, Sterling, Young and Trippier are all quick and comfortable on the ball and they're running at Nigeria as they break. Lingard wins a corner, Dier heads it. And it's just wide. That's so close and really he might have done better. Nigeria are not good at defending set pieces. 6:34 p.m. Nigeria really asking questions of England here. Young is being dragged deeper and deeper and Abahi on the Nigeria right is really quick. He wins a corner with a smart bit of play but England try to break from it. Sterling is tackled before he reaches the halfway line. 6:32 p.m. Moses tries a shot from distance as England fail to work the ball around their own area with the same confidence of the first half and give the ball away. His effort is miles over. 6:30 p.m. The goalkeeper missing the ball for Kane's goal credit. PA Nigeria are dangerous on the counter now. They've got real pace and the movement is much improved in this half already. Pickford has just cleared the ball about 80 yards up the pitch. I have no idea how you're supposed to kick a ball that far so easily. 6:28 p.m. That's a horrible dive by Sterling. He drops deep to receive the ball from Stones, plays in Lingard and then goes for the return behind the defense. The pass is great. Sterling is in and sees the goalie coming out, touches it round him and then goes down about an hour too soon looking for the penalty. The referee books him. Boo. 6:27 p.m. Moses skins Kane. The Nigeria fans roar in delight but then Trippier tackles him. Sterling is able to run with the ball but is crowded out near the opposition box. Nigeria win possession and keep it a bit. Or they do until England win a throw. England need to take the sting out of the game now and calm down, says Hodel. 6:25 p.m. and suddenly England don't seem so invincible after all. This is exactly what they need ahead of the World Cup. The first half was way too easy and Nigeria are bouncing. Really up for this. Moses takes a corner. It's met by a Nigeria head. But Cahill can chest control and then boot the thing away. This is all Nigeria right now. 6:24 p.m. Nigeria have scored. England 2, Cahill 7 feet, Kane 39 feet 1, Iwobi 47 feet. Nigeria a sleepy start to the half from England, and Ialo gets in through the middle, beats Walker way too easily, chest controls and gets one shot away which hits the post, and then Iwobi finishes the rebound. He goes to the Nigeria. I'll get those confirmed in a second. 6:10 p.m. I can't believe it. Southgate has made England friendlies watchable, and it's all to do with the movement of the forwards. The shape is a 3-1-4-2 and the wingbacks are basically wide midfielders. Whichever side the ball is on, the opposite wingback is high and wide, offering a switched pass option. The strikers drop deeper, the attacking midfielders run from deep into the space, the midfielders are linking short passes to keep attacking moves going through the middle, with width provided by the wingbacks. It's really clever. The problem is that Nigeria have been pretty awful so far. England's defensive positioning hasn't been tested yet. 6:03 p.m. That's been an entertaining half and a mostly impressive performance from England. They still look nervous in defense and haven't really even been threatened particularly. I'd like to see how they get on if Nigeria can throw some more at them. Moses has grown into the game and Iwobi is starting to try things too. 6 p.m. England are now passing around the back patiently, making tidy little 1-2s and not trying hard to go forwards for no reason. They're 2-0 up, so it makes perfect sense. Deere then launches a pass to Young on the left. And Nigeria end up winning the ball back. 5:58 p.m. Stones is the weak link for England at the moment. He looks nervous without the ball and has made a mistake or two with it, and now he's slipped, allowing Ialo to run in behind through the middle. Pickford comes out to smother quickly. England attack. Young is pursued by two defenders and has to go backwards. 5:57 p.m. Kane scores. Great hit. England 2, Cahill 7 feet, Kane 39 feet 0. Nigeria. That's how you shoot, Raheem. Sterling passes inside. Kane shoots through the legs of a defender, and the goalkeeper has had an actual nightmare, diving over the ball and almost after it's hit the back of the net. 5:56 p.m. I've just realized I've not even mentioned Kyle Walker yet. He's been quiet on the right of England's back three. Trippier has been having all the fun higher up the pitch. England are in here. Sterling passes to Kane. 5:54 p.m. That's a tester for Pickford. Iwobi comes down the right and powers a low ball across the area, but two Nigeria players get in a mix and accidentally let it run. Nigeria attack comes down the left, but a hopeful shot from distance is easily saved. And now England come forward. Some slow passing, Kane drops deep, Ali runs from deep and the ball from Deere plays him in. He finds Sterling, who cuts back and then shoots on his left foot but boots it over the bar. Always with the finishing. 5:52 p.m. England win another corner. Ali and Lingard are getting in really attacking positions in the width of the penalty area, and it's causing problems. Young takes, the goalkeeper punches, Trippier wins the second ball and crosses back into the area. Deere is penalized for a push at the back post. 5:50 p.m. This England shape is working really well. They've got a man over all the time, says Hodel. That is the case all over the park too. Whenever England come forward, they seemed to have a spare man running into space, but then also have coverage further back. Ali goes down after someone puts a stead or two on his thigh. He should be fine. 5:47 p.m. The corner is cleared away. Young tries to put it back in and the goalkeeper catches, then tries to start a counterattack quickly. If you're scouting England, you'll learn so much about Young there. He doesn't want to go outside, he wants to go inside, and he needs to be able to go both ways. Sage advice from Hodel. 5:46 p.m. Really smart move by England. This is great movement as England move the ball quickly and players get into space to keep the attack going. Trippier crosses low to the near post, and Lingard tries to put it in past the goalkeeper, winning a corner. Good save. 5:44 p.m. and now we see the England we know from international tournaments. Nigeria get the ball in the area and suddenly they panic, anxious-looking defenders trying to hoof it away and clear their lines without thinking about it. This team really needs composure at the back. Moses boots across somewhere into the higher parts of the stand behind the goal. 5:43 p.m. Young is getting forward an awful lot. He's basically a left midfielder, not a left wing back, and Nigeria are being pushed back. This is a really impressive start from England. They are at home, but the way they're controlling the pitch isn't giving Nigeria a chance to counter. That said, England have only really threatened from that corner goal. And as I write that, Stones has given the ball away in midfield. Nigeria win possession high up the pitch. 5:39 p.m. England free kick wide left, Young curls it in. It's headed away and Ali chips in the second ball. The goalkeeper gathers and tries to send Nigeria on their way. Sterling can't quite link with Kane and Nigeria are able to break. Well, they could, but instead they clear and England take control. 5:37 p.m. Absolutely superb defending from England. Sterling gets in behind but is too wide to shoot, waits, pulls it back to Young, whose shot is blocked by a fantastic slide tackle from the defender. Nigeria break, Iwobi passes inside and all of a sudden it looks like Ayalo has beaten the central center back and could be in behind. But no, Cahill reads it and comes across to head away, and the ball is moved back to Pickford. 5:35 p.m. Sterling is really pulling strings in the final third while England's centre-backs are passing nicely across the back and into midfield. They work it from defense to attack. Trippier touches the ball on and should have a free kick, but the referee says goal kick. That may well be the right decision having seen the replay. 5:34 p.m. Ayala tries to break the offside trap but Stones and Cahill just get it right and catch him out. Nigeria come forward and England drop into their defensive shape, getting everyone behind the ball and spreading out. Pickford is easily able to pick the ball out of the air. 5:31 p.m. What a turn that is. Raheem Sterling has completely pied his marker, turning the defender by shielding the ball from him and then spinning onto Ali's through ball. It's a great pass from Ali but with only the goalkeeper to beat, Sterling chips hopelessly wide of the posts. That's the only real weakness in his game, but it's a glaring one. 5:29 p.m. Ali runs into space on the left to chase a high ball over the top and wins a corner. Young stands over it, preparing an in-swinger. It's high to the back post, headed across the area and then switched back to Young. He finds Sterling, who jinks inside, dummies onto his right foot and shoots at goal, winning a corner of a deflection. The corner is short, Young crosses in and Nigeria do not deal with the danger well at all. The goalie smothers the ball after losing sight of it and England are unlucky not be 2-0 up. 5:26 p.m. I wonder how much of an impact that head clash had on that goal. Was Balogun meant to protect the area in the box that Cahill scored from? 5:24 p.m. Brilliant header by Gary Cahill. England 1. Cahill 7 feet 0 Nigeria. The corner comes in. Cahill jumps between two defenders and powers the header towards the top corner. The man on the line can't jump high enough to stop it and England have the lead. 5:23 p.m. Balogun has come off worst from that clash but he appears to be alright to continue after a bit of treatment. England have a free kick 25 yards out now and are trying to decide what to do. Trippier and Young are lining it up. Trippier takes it and forces a save out of the goalkeeper. Corner. The goalkeeper's made that look closer than it was. 5:21 p.m. Kane carries the ball down the right wing and wins a throw-in. There is a clash of heads in the box as two Nigeria players collide with each other. Uche, that looks really sore. Both players went for a header, connected powerfully, but smashed into each other's heads. 5:19 p.m. Deer is already pointing to his defensive teammates where they should be and for some weird reason, Dele Alli is being booed loudly every time he touches the ball. Clive tells me that he has some Nigerian ancestry. Surely that can't be it. 5:17 p.m. After a round of applause for Ray Wilkins and Ray Wilson, England are wearing black armbands too. The game gets underway. England start with the ball. 5:13 p.m. Lots of Nigeria fans sing the anthem and God Save the Queen is pretty loud too. Harry Kane and Southgate are both heard singing along. Southgate is perhaps the more tuneful of the two. 5:09 p.m. Pickford is the number one today. It's a good opportunity for him. Maybe 10 days ago, I thought about dropping Sterling for this. I had a good discussion with him. My initial instinct was what's right for the whole team, but as the week's gone on he's come under fire and I think it was important for me to protect him. I'm looking forward to seeing him play today. He's strong and desperate to play football. 5:06 p.m. People have gone nuts for Nigeria's first choice strip and apparently it's sold out almost everywhere. Even the training kit is pretty cool. Oh, and incidentally, the Japan home kit is beautiful. I really want one. 5:02 p.m. It's a very modern 3-3-2-2. It'll change depending on the phase of play, but this gets Sterling up front next to Kane and lets Alli and Lingard thing about the midfield, making runs from deep and into wide areas. Sterling might move into the channel and Alli could go through the center. 4:57 p.m. Lots of messages of support for England can be seen in the crowd today. This one is particularly good. 4:42 p.m. This will be just the third ever meeting between England and Nigeria, with their last encounter coming during the 2002 World Cup, when England manager Gareth Southgate was amongst the substitutes to watch both sides settle for a 0-0 draw in the group stages. Familiar? pic.twitter.com/Q84BRW, Optajo, @Optajo, June 2, 2018 4:41 p.m. As you all know, this is a World Cup warm-up friendly and that means very soon the actual tournament will be upon us. To stay up to date with everything and read some of the stuff from our brilliant array of writers, present author excluded, you can sign up to this newsletter we're doing, and if you'd like a wee thing to read on your phone, we're also doing these WhatsApp messages. They were great during the Six Nations for the sport with the other shape of ball. Give them a click if you're interested. I recommend both. Sincerely, little girl. But seriously, they're great. 4:32 p.m. It's so attacking. If that is the shape, and I think Alli might even be the central midfielder here, it's like a team of defenders and one of attackers. Southgate's decided that since England are so poor in midfield they might as well just bypass the whole thing. A very counter-attack-minded side. 4:18 p.m. Pickford, Trippier, Young, Walker, Stones, Cahill, Lingard, Deer, Kane, Sterling, Della. I think that's a 3-4-3 for England, with Young the left wing back and Trippier the right. Kyle Walker is a centre-back who moves out to the right of defence when in possession and joins in the midfield, and probably attacks. Let's see how it works. I'd imagine it'll be quite a direct style of football with passing focus down the channels rather than through the middle. 4:10 p.m. Good evening football fans, and welcome to our live blog for what could be a very revealing friendly between two similarly matched teams. Both sides have star players, a fairly average middle and some young talent coming through, and both are preparing for a World Cup that nobody, sit down England, really expects them to win. For once, England players might go into a tournament without the pressure, that huge weight of expectation, crushing them in their hopes and chances of achieving anything. Well, that's if they don't pull off a big win here tonight. The England Twitter account is so excited they even have live footage of a car park. While we wait to see what the teams are, and therefore what mad formation and style Gareth Southgate wants to try out today, we should consider what happened the last time these two countries played each other. And in that one meeting, a World Cup match played in 2002, they drew 0-0. Instead, let us not consider that game, because it sounds like it was boring. This friendly should be a fascinating, momentum-starting look at what England and Nigeria fans can expect from their teams in Russia in a couple of weeks. Southgate might go with a back four, but is likely to have a back three with wingbacks providing width and a central midfield team who don't have to do an awful lot. Nigeria are usually a pretty straightforward 4-4-1-1, and there's no reason to think they'll deviate from it today. Team news should be with us very soon. Stay tuned, logged in, on this page, for all the updates and analysis from Wembley.